Welcome back, everyone. I'm Zell, and today it's time to get a look at the Scamp. Many of you were very excited over the Gentry. This is Wii's larger offering, in fact, really large offering for a slip joint. But 3.45-inch blade, and just gorgeous. And we've got it out here today to get a look at the Scamp. First, let's get a look at the outside. With the Scamp, we are getting all titanium this time, but look at that fine milling detail on the titanium and the finish. Oh my lord. Again, they're knocking it out of the park. And on this one, we actually do have a pivot with the, it's going to be really hard to see, but with that little Wii emblem, the little pinwheel type one. Really nice. I like what they've done here. I like that they paid a lot of attention to the design here. And this one was done by the Wii Knife team. So, very, very nice. And here is something that people have asked about, and we're going to make a quick comparison on these blades. They're both S35VN, but we have two different finishes, and these finishes go across the Gentry and the Scamp. We have a hand rubbed satin. It's kind of what I call a dirty hand rubbed. It's not real smooth like you would. I mean, it feels smooth, but you can see there it's got kind of a cool, not as fine as maybe your custom maker would do, or what you would see out of a full machine satin. And I really like it. I'm a fan of this black wash. I would like to get this black satin hand rubbed thing in another model that I would use a little more and see what the wear characteristics are. If they've done it the way I suspect, they should be very, very good. But I don't, of course, have any direct information on exactly how they did it. But this satin on our Scamp is just absolutely beautiful. I like that they gave a nod to modern here with a little bit of a blade hole instead of just a slit or a what, can't even think of the right word for that, but one like this, nail nick, that's the right word. And we are chamfered off, little drop point blade, just freaking gorgeous. Very, very makes me think about those old timers, whenever old timer was really old timer, that my dad used to have and my uncles. Very nice little blade, no recurve that I can see in this one, and just a nice little drop point. Good edge termination, should make for easy sharpening, and nice choil setup. Just like the Gentry, it's a little long, but I'm not fussing about it because they didn't miss. They didn't goof it up, and they gave it just a bit of style. We do have a half stop, and it's a good, strong back spring. You know, there's that collectorknives.net. They've got that gauge for their back spring strength. Well, I'm going to put this one again in class with a brand spanking new, just got it this afternoon, Swiss Army knife. So it's pretty stiff, but not so stiff you can't get it open or get it closed. And I'll put it up by the microphone so you guys can hear exactly what it sounds like. There you go. Half stop in full effect. We've got a little bit of a lanyard spot down here on the end. That's a nice touch. I did get a little more information. This is stainless for our back spring. You know, I still don't know about the titanium back spring. Technically, I think it would work, but I may need to do a little more looking up on that before we go trying to make a titanium back spring. I know the springy part would work, but I don't know what the wear characteristics would be compared to hardened and then annealed back to high 40s, low 50s stainless. Anyhow, all titanium hardware as usual for we. These are T6s, but they're nice deep T6s. Get our Scout Leather Company driver, and we will stick it, if I can hold on to everything and get the Weehaw sticking up there for you. Weehaw should really sponsor these videos as many times as I say Weehaw. But there you go, nice and tight. See if that's a T8 in the pivot. Now, you gents that may purchase one of these do come apart. However, I'm going to caution you from taking one of these knives apart. I have spoke to a handful of individuals that got a hold of the Gentry and just had to look in it and see what's going on. And, well, there are some small bushings, and this is running on phosphor bronze bushings down in there. There's some small bushings in there that are really easy to lose. And guys, this is standard slip joint. There is nothing fancy here. We've got a steel back spring, stainless steel back spring, and we have one little pin right down in there to catch the blade. People have asked why the blade is the way it is and why it's out here. Well, I'm pretty sure, and I haven't taken one apart because I don't need to. It's a slip joint. But I'm pretty sure that that back spring or that little pin is hitting right there for your blade stop, which is a beautiful thing. Everything's covered down here. They've just done a great job at 2.95 inches of S35 VN flat ground on the blade. And I don't know what else to tell you about it, guys. This thing, just like the Gentry, is a heck of a beautiful entry for the slip joint crowd that's willing to look at modern slip joints. I think we has really, I mean, we talk about them killing it on certain things, but for the slip joint people, I think they have really knocked it out of the park with these two, especially the Scamp. This one is getting a little big for a pocket floater, but man, this one at 2.95 inches with a, well, I don't have a handle length over, yeah, I do. Where are we at here? A handle length of just under 4 inches. This makes a pocketable knife, and it is just a beauty. Anyhow, guys, I'll let you get one more look at it. It does gather fingerprints pretty good, as you can see. And then we'll close this one out because no need to belabor this forever. Our blade thickness is 0.1 or 2.5 millimeters, so really reasonable blade stock in them. They didn't go super thin, they didn't go super thick. They stayed in that slicey category, and we'll get one of these old things out here because you guys always want to see this, but if I can do it, that was my fault, not the knife. Kept not catching the paper. There you go. I mean, it's plenty sharp out of the box and just an absolute beauty. And ergonomics, I mean, look at that. We knows what they're doing. Now, our handle length is, we'll get that out here because somebody's going to want to fuss if we don't have it. Going from there, from point to point, we're at about 80 millimeters or 3.14. So really good ratio for you guys to keep track of those ratios. But just I don't know what else to say. Whenever it comes to these two little knives, we watched Benchmade and we watched a couple of other companies, Lion Steel, try to do modern slip joint. And they did in their own categories. And then here comes we. And yeah, I know these knives are more expensive, and I don't have the exact MSRP on either one of them. I think this one's around 180, and this one's probably somewhere thereabouts. We just comes out of left field and says, no guys, this is how you do it. Yeah, you got to pay for it if it's what you want, but on some things, we is becoming quite the market leader in the knife industry. There's Civivi line, and these slip joints are just something else. Now, your bog standard folding knives, I say bog standard, but your fancy ones, your $250 and up folding knives, they're leading there too and doing quite well. But this is the stuff that really makes me smile. Even though I'm not going to carry it, it just does. Seeing them step outside the box and doing cool stuff. You guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And Stazza and I will be back sometime soon with another late knife with Zell and Stazza. We really enjoy those, and have a great day, guys.